one?
No, I'm not going to ask that.
Very cool question.
I can't ask that, David.
Very cool, Ross.
You go ask
Very
it.
cool. I'm asking it myself.
All right, you go check it out then. Welcome to this edition of Offstage. I am Ross Shafer. Now, in a few moments, they're going to open the gates. More than 4,000 people are going to flood into this amphitheater here at Chateau Saint Michel Winery for a very cool act. I mean, this show has been sold out for over a month. You probably saw him at the MTV Music Awards because he was nominated for Best Male Video. And I'm not talking about Tom Petty of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, not even Bruce Springsteen, the boss. We're going to have a one-on-one interview with the man, Tony Bennett.
I think Tony Bennett should have won at the MTV Awards because Tony Bennett is too hip.
Come on. Oh, look at this right here. Authorized personnel only. Now you can tell all your friends, I've been authorized personnel. This is a little dressing room area they have under the stage. Those towels over there you'll see later. Tony will wipe his brow with those. Oh, look at this over here. You probably recognize this area over here. This is where they filmed People Under the Stairs. All right? Hi, how are you?
Hi, good.
Here we're going up backstage. Second cameraman Steve Hamada standing right by. Tony Bennett. Here, we're going to go back here now.
I'll check on that for you.
Okay. Hi, fellas.
Words, the whole...
Here he is. It's Tony Bennett.
Hey, Ross.
How you doing?
Fine, just great.
Welcome to Woodinville out here.
Oh, it's paradise here, boy. This is beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful. 4,000 people will be here tonight.
That's great.
Let's go over here. Let's go over here.
Okay.
We've got a little place in the
you.
sun. He didn't ask any embarrassing questions, did he?
No, I gave him one.
You gave him one?
I told him, I said, what's the idea of wearing the Ralph Lauren shirt?
Have a seat there, Tony.
Just put him on the spot.
Yeah. So what does it feel like?
This. Oh, God.
What does it feel like
yeah.
at this time in your life to pull in 4,000 people and to have this new resurgence of young listeners?
I love it. You know, it's, I was taught by a master. I'm going to drop a big name here now. The late Cary Grant.
I may regret this, but you've just been made my supply officer.
He said, always go where the enthusiasm is. You know, and to have the young people cheering us beside my regular loyal audience I've been sold out my whole career. And then to have this reaction, have the young people coming on at me now, it's just revitalized everything I'm doing. Take it one for my baby, one more for the road. That long
What about your contemporaries? Are they jealous? Do they say, how do you do this? How can we get a hold of this young audience, Tony?
No, well, the ones that are very there's some that are envious, you know. I mean, that happens with any celebrity who has a great season or something, you know. But the ones that are envious, and they're very just a few, they give full credit to my son, and that actually is true, because he started putting me on SCTV, and then the first Simpsons, and then David Letterman, and I said to him, what are you doing? And I had no idea. He says, I know something you don't know. And what he knew was that the young audience, that there was a large young audience that liked what I was doing.
Tony Bennett's awesome.
Then the Red Hot Chili Peppers, for some reason.
I really like them.
I left my heart. Give it away now. In San Francisco.
Were you frightened at all, scared, or when you would start playing in front of bands, audiences like Billy Idol or the Lemonheads? Were you at all nervous playing for the kids?
I just have always done what I didn't try to go down to them in any way, you know, just say I'm going to sing songs that they like, put a beat behind it like they do. We just have a good swinging group of jazz musicians with me. I'm not really a jazz singer, but I love jazz artists behind me because they create a vitalness and spontaneity.
Tony Bennett is a force to be reckoned with.
I didn't know what to expect, but I couldn't believe it. I mean, we did 3 songs on all these alternative rock stations, and we went all over the country, you know, in Washington, D.C., and then Houston and Dallas and Los Angeles, Philadelphia, New York. And
tonight our show comes from Chateau Saint Michel. We're here with Tony Bennett. Oh, look at this. This man has a picture of Tony and you two. Now, what was that occasion?
That's our 50th wedding anniversary.
I didn't know you were married to Tony Bennett. MTV Unplugged. With Tony Bennett, and then Elvis Costello, and Katie Lang.
Katie Lang.
Yeah, was that had to be a treat?
It really was. To be accepted like that, you could hear it on the recording, and now they have a video coming out on it. And you could actually hear the enthusiasm and see the reaction of what the young people did. And Billboard magazine is voting me at the end of the year the #1 jazz artist. And I'm shocked because I'm not really a jazz singer, but I love improvising all the time. And we've been on the charts now for, I don't know, about 15 weeks. The Steppin' Out album and the MTV Unplugged is #1, and the Steppin' Out is #4 on the jazz charts and Billboard.
What's cool about Tony Bennett to you?
Well, I think he's showing that romance is still alive.
You've had a longtime friend, Ralph Sharon.
Oh, yeah.
Who also takes credit for picking the songs for you. Who picks the songs?
I give him credit. I mean, he found I Left My Heart in San Francisco, which is my signature song.
I've left my heart in San Francisco. That's not all he left.
When I come home to you, San Francisco, my heart will be so great.
When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me.
Can we go back to the early years for just a second?
Sure.
Is it true that Bob Hope said don't use the stage name Joe Barry?
That's right. He said, well, he said, first of all, he said it sounds too affected. My father's name was Body, you know, so I said Barry, you know, B-A-R-I. And because there's a town in Italy called Body, and that's where my father came from. So I used that name because he had to have a quick name that everybody could remember. He said, it's too affected. He said, what's your real name? I said, Anthony Dominic Benedetto. And he said, well, that's too long for the marquee. He had no idea that there would ever be a singer called Engelbert Humperdinck.
So he's fine. It's going to be Tony Bennett.
Yeah, so he said, let's call you Tony. He said, let's Americanize you and call you Tony Bennett. And he came out on stage, just like one of those old movies on American classics, and announced me as Tony Bennett. I just walked out with a new name. And the audience was so wonderful to me. I said, I'm keeping that name. I'm just a little superstitious, you know. So I said, no, if it's going to go over that good, I said, I'm keeping that name.
Did you go to Frank Sinatra early in your career for advice?
Yes, I did. And I went to him because I was nervous. And he said, he gave me great advice. He said, don't worry about being nervous. He said, because it's when you're not nervous that the people won't care whether you're good or not. But if they see you nervous, he said, they kind of even like that. He said they see that you're really trying, and they're respected for caring. And then he told me to always stay with good songs. And I took his advice, and it really worked. Good songs, you know, very kind of a more mature kind of popular songs end up where everybody likes them, no matter what the demographic is. And they last. You know, Dancing in the Dark or Night and Day. Night and day, you are the one, only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Songs like that, they just stay around forever.
Well, there's something about the way you sing them, though, too. When you sing a song, you believe, the audience believes you lived the song.
Right.
You don't sing just the words. It's coming from somewhere.
Right. Well, it's experience, and I also have a passion to do it right, and I've kind of lifted a lot of ideas from all the singers I've loved through the years, like Billie Holiday and Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald Nat King Cole and Dick Haymes and all the singers that I really enjoy so much. And so I guess all that experience pays off.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Don't mean a thing, all you've got to do is swing. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Give it all the rhythm that you got. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Take it, Joe.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart.
Because of you, our romance went goodbye. I don't know.
Well, it's pretty cool. It's pretty yeah, see, they liked it. Everyone liked it. Now we're saying goodbye.
And through foggy London town, the sun was shining everywhere.
The legendary Tony
Bennett! So, Tony, if you didn't sing, what would you do for a living?
Well, I'm absolutely helpless about anything except just painting and singing. That's all I concentrate on. It's just a passion with me. Anything else, I don't know what to do.
Tony, who did you leave your heart in San Francisco for?
Well, Henny Youngman said it's in a bureau in a drawer in the hotel room in the Fairmont Hotel. So I still haven't found it yet.
Tony, do the record companies tell you what to record, or do you get to do what you want?
Well, I think Bruce Springsteen, myself, and Sinatra are the only three people in the whole record business that can just hand a record in and they say fine.
And they don't have to check the songs off and
yeah, they don't give me a hard time.
Who would you like to sing a duet with?
I would someday like to do an album with Katie Lang. I really love the way she sings, and I have an idea of doing Crosby songs with Katie Lang. And maybe someday.
And this is an actual relative of Tony Bennett's. Look at this. This is Salvador Benedict. Used to be Benedetto or Benedetto.
Benedetto, yes.
Yeah.
See.
Uh-huh. All right.
Nice Italian name.
He even put you on the Howard Stern show.
Right, he had me on the Howard Stern show.
Now, was Howard kind to you, or
he
or
is
not?
Actually, yeah. It's amazing. He's been quite the gentleman. He keeps insisting on calling me Mr. Bennett.
So, Tony, tell me about the Kingdom roof. Do you think it'll ever be fixed?
Well, I think it should get fixed immediately. I think they should start tonight and keep going till it's all right, so that it works.
Tony, can I please have your phone number?
I'd give it to you, but my phone is unlisted.
Tony, we love your music, but do you think of retiring now?
We travel. We do 200 dates a year all over the world. We travel to, Kuala Lumpur and Hong Kong, Singapore, Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro. Now, in a few weeks, we're going to England and Scotland and Ireland, I'm sorry. And we come back and play Radio City. So we have a wonderful life.
There's a swinging town I know called Capital City. People stop and scream hello in Capital City.
Kids, look! Street crime.
It's the kind of place that makes a bum feel like a king.
Wow, that's service.
And it makes a king feel like some nutty, cuckoo, super king.
Look, it's Tony Bennett.
Hey, good to see you.
So maybe I have a future in game shows.
No, not in game shows. I think you're a very good pro. I think you could handle anything when it comes to TV. I think it's great. And you got to keep your spirit going when you get, because we all, make mistakes, or the timing isn't right for whatever it is. And there's a time when, when everything will fall in, you say, hey, there it is. This is what we've been waiting for.
Have you ever made any mistakes?
On a daily basis.
On a day. Now I feel better. I feel a lot better.